let's just tennis. I don't know what's happening, but top seeds are just crashing out at this year's Wimbledon. Yeah, the 2025 Wimbledon kicked off. It kicked off since the last week with players and seeds trying to qualify, those who are coming through the qualification route. But real event started 2 days ago, and it's just being one big shot, getting knocked out or the other. You cannot begin to imagine, but. The winner of the Roland Garros for the women's event, Coco Gauff, yes, our Nigerian sweetheart, she has crashed out of this year's Wimbledon in the first round. Seeds like Coco and even Alexander Zverev. These are seeds that ordinarily people will be like, okay, they will go far in the competition. But that's not what is going on. Alexander Zverev, Jessica Pegula. This is, according to WTA ranking, world number 3. How are they getting knocked out in the first round? Well, I don't know, but that's what's going on. They're having eliminated at the very first hurdle of this year's at Wimbledon. So that's one big thing that's going on in tennis. And of course, let's just quickly let you know that we already know how the quarterfinal party will be in the FIFA Club World Cup. Looks like right now people are beginning to catch up with all this going on in the competition. I have news from our friends in the NNL as we begin to count down to the playoffs so that we'll get to know the teams that will be joining us in the NPFL next season. Some study group, referees being appointed here and there. And of course, we have some dailies to look at today. Okay? So that's what we'll do on the drive this morning. Kachi is my name. If you can hear me loud and clear, you know what to do. You can join our conversation on WhatsApp. You can go to Facebook and give us, a shout. Let us know that you can hear us and drop your contributions on Facebook. Yes, at Nigeria Info Abuja. At Nigeria Info Abuja. That is our Facebook fan page at Nigeria Info Abuja on our Facebook. Benga is joining me this morning. Hello, Benga. Very good morning to you.
Yeah, a pleasant morning to you, Kachi.
How are you doing? I'm very fine. I'm fine, Benga. Are we live on YouTube?
Of course. Okay. On YouTube, Facebook.
Okay, we are live on... Yeah, I'm sure you know why I asked. We are live on we are live on YouTube on YouTube as well at Nigeria Info Abuja. So it's same Facebook or YouTube. You can join us. Okay, so we'll just get two stories over the line about what to expect in the NNL Super 8, and then we'll go straight to looking at the dailies. For the bigger stories this morning. Once you hear the NNL, everybody will just sit up because that just tells you what to expect when it comes to new boys next season in the big league. That's in the NPFL. But before then, we're already hearing talks about some teams maybe wanting to buy slots and here and there. That loophole is still there, and provided it's still there, it's going to be exploited. Why not just close it up?
So what bothers me is not even the fact that it's been exploited.
Okay.
What bothers me is the fact that there is a team that wants to do it back to back.
Oh.
That's what bothers me.
Okay.
And we continue to call it the Nigerian Professional, which has now been Nigerian Premier
It's now Premier Football League, actually.
I mean, these are the things that take out the professionalism from the league.
Okay.
If it's not MLS, there is a relegation and there is a promotion. So if you don't play well during the season...
Okay.
No,
no problem. I understand. I know what you're trying to do.
If you go through the MPFL season, play so poorly as Heartland did, yes, specifically,
they deserve to just play in that NNL.
Then you now go through the back door. Now it's now on the other club willing to sell.
To say no.
So it takes two to tango, they say. So there is a buyer and there is a seller. There is a demand and there is a supply. And like you said, why does this loophole exist if we are yearning to progress in the league? Was it last week or last month we brought up a report that the MPFL, or let me say Elegbele, the chairman, is sending referees out to go learn VAR. They are trying to bring in VAR, and people are like saying, even the mundane things, the basic things of the league, you ain't getting it right. And you want to bring in VAR, that takes much more professionalism and somewhat clears the clear and obvious error. There's clear and obvious error in the back room, and we are trying to treat clear and obvious error on the pitch. I mean,
all right, okay.
It's ironic.
So, 16 referees of the Nigeria Football Referees Association, that's the NFRA, they have been penciled down to officiate the 2025 Nigeria National League Super 8. That's the NNL Super 8, of which the 4 teams out of the 8 that emerges successful will now join us in the NPFL. At the end of the regular season in the southern and the northern conferences of the league, 4 teams each from 2 divides are to campaign for honors for promotion to the elite Nigeria Professional Football League. So the teams that qualified that you'll be seeing in the NNL Super 8 are Doma United of Gombe State, Wiki Tourists of Bauchi State, Barao FC of Kano, and Yobe Desert Stars of Yobe. These ones are from the northern zone. While in the southern conference, we have Warri Wolves Football Club of Delta State. We have Crown FC of Ogbomosho of Oyo State. We have Akun Khalifat FC of Imo State, and of course Oshun United of Oshobo. That's for Oshun State. All right, that's how it is. We will let us in on more as events progresses. But referees, what happened in the NLO? Coach Mu was very vocal about it. So people said we should get referees from the NPFL to make sure that we don't have bias here and there. Probably, what I always say on info, whatever it is that's on your mind, say it, put it out there. You'll be shocked who is listening. Let's also let you know.
For all the names you mentioned, especially Wiki Tourists, yes. I think they are quite significant. They used to be in the NPFL.
Warri Wolves as well.
Warri Wolves are. And why Wiki Tourists is dear to my heart is they've even shown their face on the continent as far back as 1999 when they won the Cup Winners' Cup, our own version.
Yes.
And they also featured on the continent in 2008 and 2017, although they didn't go past the first round. They have some kind of healthy history, and it would be nice to see them back in mainstream.
Yes, and the NNL Super 8 will run from July the 5th, almost here, to July the 12th in Asaba. Yes, at Delta State. That's actually at the Stephen Keshi Stadium. That's what they will be using. And let's also let you know that they've announced the appointment of Olumide Ajibolade, that is the head coach of Beyond Limits Football Club, Remo, Ogun State, as the chairman of the technical study team for the upcoming NNL Super 8. So, he will be joined by Okechukwu J, head coach of Abia Comet of Umuahia, and Aminu Musa, head coach of FC Basira. All these, it's just efforts that's been made by the league organizers to have a very transparent play as much as it can be, because what happened in the NLO, it is not anything to write home about, okay? So we'll move on from that story quickly. Let's get into tennis. I hope you are on Facebook and you are sending us messages on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp portal is 0809-993-0137. Okay, so for tennis this morning, just a little, we'll just breeze through it and go through the dailies because of our time. Tennis, Wimbledon is on. First round concluded yesterday, and we have serious casualties.
Shockers.
We have
bomb shocker.
That is okay.
As early as this level.
The description that's coming to mind, I cannot say it on info, but it's fine. it is just fine. So Coco Gauff is out of the competition. She is the winner of the Roland Garros.
Fans' favorite.
Then Jessica Pegula is also out of the competition. That's seed number 3 in women's tennis. World number 5 in gentlemen's event, that's Alexander Zverev, is also crashed out.
Yeah.
And Alexander Zverev have now come out to admit that he has been battling mental health issues. I'm not surprised. I've just been waiting for him to come out. Yes, after this shock Wimbledon exit, German tennis star has opened up on his mental health struggles after his shock defeat at to France's unseeded Otto Rinderknecht at the 2025 Wimbledon that happened yesterday. Very, very top ranking seed, but we don't know. These things happen, but Zverev has been quite down for a while now, so I don't know. 12 other men's seeds have been knocked out at the first hurdle. Wimbledon record since 32 seeds were introduced in 2001. So we have, top seeded players getting knocked out. 12 seeded men's players got knocked out in round one alone. This Wimbledon, brace up, Winger. My mind is telling me we will have more shockers on the road. From today, round two we start. Like I tell people, round one of every tennis event is always cumbersome to manage or to report about, especially because of the number of participants. We're having
it's like round of 32 in football.
Around 128.
Exactly.
When we have casualties like this, we have shockers that we will tell you. By the time we start getting to maybe around 64 ahead, 62, it becomes easier to manage, especially because of our time. Probably in the evening, we'll take time to explain more of what's going on at Wimbledon. So we'll look at the dailies this morning. Of course, what are you expecting? Maybe let's let you know that the round of 8 is set in the FIFA Club World Cup. Yes, yesterday I think events just went smoothly. Real Madrid beat Juventus 1-0, and Borussia Dortmund.
Juventus fans anyway.
Smoothly is like more of the predictions came to pass. That's what I meant.
Okay,
a lot of people thought Madrid was going to beat Juve, not like Juve will not fight. So that prediction, and then that Borussia Dortmund versus Monterrey. People were more scared because of Ramos. But I mean, one player cannot actually just play football.
But he threatened anyway.
Oh, he did. How will Ramos not threaten?
I mean, the cross and nod trend continued in the FIFA Club World Cup.
Definitely.
They almost got some equalizers, but I mean, the goalkeeping came to bear.
Definitely. Quarterfinals, let's remind us again, Palmeiras versus Chelsea. In the first quarterfinal, the second we have Fluminense versus Al Hilal, and the third quarterfinal, Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munich, and then the fourth is Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. It is shaping up and looking very good. So we have 5 teams from Europe, 2 teams from Brazil, and 1 team from Asia.
One from England, actually.
I'm putting continental. Yes, continental. We have 5 teams from Europe, 2 teams from South America, and then 1 team from Asia. If we bring it down, to be Saudi Arabia, Brazil, England, Germany, France, and then Spain.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 teams from Brazil and 2 teams from Germany.
No team from
surprisingly
America. Let me say USA.
No team from Italy. Okay, so let's get to the dailies this morning. Abenga, Daily Trust, what they have for us?
At the back page of the Daily Trust, I'm still talking about the signing for Kepa at Arsenal. There's more details of that at the back pages of the Daily Trust. Still on Wimbledon, Heather Watson also exited the tournament after a loss to Clara Towson.
Right.
And you get more of the report. The back page of the Punch is quite interesting because Aruna, who has always been the shining light in tennis, has dropped in ranking, and Belu rises in ranking when it comes to the ITTF.
All right. For leadership of the newspaper this morning, let's quickly let us know that Fati signs a new Barcelona deal, but then joins Monaco on loan. And people like, why didn't they sell him outrightly? It just maybe leaves much to our imagination. Maybe Barcelona still believes that Ansu Fati will still come good. And then looking at his age, he's just 22. So when he gets his, when he regains himself, find his way around, gains momentum again in football, probably at 24, 25, who says he cannot come do big things at Barcelona. Euro 2025, Germany are returned to Women's Football Summit. We also have, of course, the Wimbledon shocker, Pegula Zhang, a suffer shock Wimbledon exit. Not just that, alongside Coco Gauff and Alexander Zverev. That's for leadership newspaper. I'm reading from their back page, but, details of the stories inside the Daily proper. Okay?
Finally, or let me just say from the back pages of the Vanguard, the D Tigress, they begin their title defense against Rwanda when it comes to the AfroBasket 2025. And will I say this is mixed feeling news because we have 76 Ghanaian footballers who were trafficked to Nigeria. They've been rescued by the police. It's good news for the victims. But bad news to Nigeria? Well, the back page of the Vanguard Sports has more of that. And Super Falcons players hope that they will get more soccer under their new coach.
World Cup qualifier. Chell is a fantastic coach. Chell is a fantastic coach. That's from the Blueprint newspaper back page. Yes, that's coming from Bright Osai Samuel. It says Eric Chell is a fantastic coach. Because of our time, that is the much we can take on Sports Driver this morning. Thank you, Abuja. Thank you, everybody who listened or who even sent us messages. The conversation, we can continue it on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. It will be definitely very good to hear more from you. Good morning, Kachi. Wega, my guy is very been beaten yesterday. I was not happy about it. Your name is OC from Lube in Airport Road. Kachi Okafor is my name. Sporty Chick on the MIC. Good morning again, Abuja. Boom, chakalaka, laka, laka.
Did you know you can